Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am not happy. Now, why am I not happy? It's because Umar Nurmagomedov was supposed to get the job done against Merab. He was supposed to get rid of this boring champion once and for all, yet he was not able to do so, okay? Now, I want to talk about a few things in this video. First of all, I'm going to talk about why I still hate Merab, because I know this is it's becoming an unpopular opinion now. I've opened Twitter, and all I'm seeing is people giving Merab praise because he beat a Dagestani, he beat a Nurmagomedov, okay? And I think it's because on the one hand, they do hate Merab, and on the other hand, they hate the Dagestanis. So as long as one of them lose, they have to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So in this case, the Dagestani lost and Merab won, so they're happy about that. But guys, we can hate both. We can hate both, guys. We don't have to praise Merab. We don't have to make Merab a fan favorite now that he beat Umar Nurmagomedov, especially because his performance was not that good. All right? And I'm going to talk about why I think his performance was shit, first of all. I'm going to talk about what I think about the decision, because this might be a controversial opinion, but round 5, I have some thoughts about round 5. Anyways, I'm going to actually bring up stats too. Don't worry about that. But first of all, we have to talk about why I still hate Merab, and I will refuse to give him his praise after yesterday's performance. But before I get into that, I have to make a very important disclaimer. Because on Twitter, every time someone's defending Merab or shitting on Umar, defending Umar or shitting on Merab, I got that a little backwards there. Every time someone is shitting on Merab, they're usually a Dagestani fanboy. You can tell by their profile picture, or their previous posts. They're a Dagestani fanboy. They're a Dagestani glazer, and that's why they hate Merab, because he beat one of their favorite fighters. I am not in that category. I just want to make a little disclaimer there. I don't really like many of the Dagestani fighters besides Islam Makhachev. I think Islam is very exciting, and he's the best fighter in the world right now. It's hard not to like him. But I don't really keep up with any of the other ones or like them that much, right? Like, I didn't like Mokai when he was still in the UFC. I don't really like Umar. I thought he got rushed to the title shot. I don't like Mavsar. I don't like Shavkat, although he's not Dagestani. But hey, if it talks like a duck, walks like a duck, and wrestles like a duck, it's a duck. Okay? I like Chimaev, like most people do. So I really only like Hamzat Chimaev and Islam Makhachev. I don't really like Ankalaev. Who's left? Shamil Gaziev at heavyweight. I mean, he's just a meme. He's not really even like a prospect or a talent anybody glazes. But yeah, I only like 2 of those style of fighters. So I just want to make an important disclaimer that I'm not a fanboy of Umar, and that is not why I'm defending him here. Okay? And this is not even a defense of Umar. It's more of just a hate rant against Merab. So let's also make that clear. I don't really want Umar to be champion. I had a video planned where I was going to talk about who I think will be champion at the end of 2025. All right, well, that video obviously can't be made anymore because we've already had a pay-per-view main event take place. We've already had 2 title fights take place. But I was going to say I thought Umar would beat Merab, and I thought Peter Yan would beat Umar. So I thought it would be the return of Peter Yan in 2025 if Umar could get the job done, because then when Yan gets his title shot, I thought Umar's an easier matchup for Yan than Merab is, because we've already seen the Merab fight take place. But given his skill set, I think Peter Yan could take Umar pretty easily, honestly. Or maybe not easily, but I think he could beat him. So I was hoping Peter Yan would be ending the year as the bantamweight champion yet again, but now my dreams have been crushed because Umar did not get the job done. Anywho, let us now go back to the topic of the video. I've made my disclaimer. Let's talk about why I don't like Merab. Now listen, a lot of people are giving him his praises. They're saying, listen, look at him. He was humiliating Umar. He was showboating on him. Let's talk about that real quick, okay? So it's round 3. The showboating did not start until like round 3. He was doing his little, cheesy smiles at Umar and stuff like that. But I think everyone agrees, except for that one judge, that Umar won the first 2 rounds very convincingly, okay? One of the judges gave round 1 to Merab, which is ridiculous, by the way, okay? And no one's really talking about that because they hate the Dagestanis. But let's be fair here. Round 1 is Umar's round. One of the judges gave it to Merab. Round 1 and 2 are Umar's rounds 100%. Now, what was I going to say? Right. So round 3 starts, or not on the start of round 3, but in round 3, there was a point where like Umar's trying to take down Merab, And Merab is kind of just like standing there like he has aura, and he's like, oh, you can't get me down. First of all, like a few seconds later, Umar actually got him down. So let's stop posting that clip. I've seen that clip about 100 times. Look at the aura. He's just standing there in the Dagestan. He can't take him down. He got taken down literally like a few seconds later because he was too busy showboating. And I'm pretty sure in that same clip he was like grabbing the cage. Like you can see him up against the fence and he grabs. I don't know if he's just putting his hand there or if he was grabbing it. But then he backs up and that's when the aura comes in. You know, he's just standing there and Umar can't get him down. But then Umar gets him down anyways. And if we're going to flex defending a takedown, lil bro, you've been failing all your takedowns all night. Merab wins fights by failing takedowns. Why is he now trying to brag when someone can't take him down? What about you when you shoot 5 times and fail consecutively? What about you, you disgusting Georgian goblin? Why are you now bragging about defending takedowns? This is, hypocrisy, guys. Hypocrisy. Why is no one pointing this out? Why do I have to be the one to point this out? I don't even have a large YouTube channel. No one's even going to see this video. This needs to be a prominent talking point. Merab wins fights by failing takedowns, and now he wants to brag when someone else can't take him down. Lil bro, you've been failing to take down Umar all night. You take down Umar once, and then you flex. And let's talk about that, okay? He beat GSP's record in terms of takedowns, okay? Which is nice. Good for him. But, bro, those takedowns were bullshit. He did not even establish any dominance in any of the takedowns he had. Okay, I'm not saying Umar did. Umar had some moments, like I think at the end of round 3, after Merab was showboating and then he got taken down, Umar kind of had the back for a little bit. But neither fighter really held the other down for a while, okay? And I kind of anticipated that when you have two grapplers going against each other. Very rarely, if they're both kind of wrestling style, very rarely are they ever going to establish any dominant position of the other guy, you know? Because unless they're a jiu-jitsu fighter, okay, like Oliveira maybe, when they get taken down, they don't like to stay down. Oliveira, if you take him down, he'll just go into guard. You know, Ferguson, same thing. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. But wrestlers, they don't like that. If you take down an Umar, or if you take down a Merab, or an Islam Makhachev, or an Arman Sarukian, they'll be trying to get back up to their feet, okay? Or pull in a reversal. They don't want to stay on bottom. They do not want to stay, being controlled, okay? So I expected that the fight was going to, be mostly on the feet because, no fighter would be able to hold down the other, all right? Now, I'm mentioning this because I didn't expect Merab or Umar to hold the other fighter down, but people are acting like Merab was taking down Umar and just holding him down and Umar couldn't do a thing. Merab would take down Umar, yes, but then Umar would get up almost immediately. There's really a point at the end of round 5, and everyone's seen this clip, where he takes down Umar and then just gets up. And Umar, they see him, rolling over, and they're saying, look at him, he's humiliating him. Umar literally rolled over himself to get back up to his feet quickly. You know what I'm saying? And Merab took him down and established no dominant position. And he was backing up. Like, these last 30 seconds of the fight, Merab was backing up and showboating, and he was doing this and that. Like, what are you doing, bro? And this is in round 5. And round 5 was close. And I don't want to talk about that yet because I don't want to talk about the scoring. I want to first talk about why I still hate Merab, and then I'm going to shift the scoring. But once I talk about the scoring of round 5, this point might make more sense. But he's showboating in a very close round 5. And the whole fight was close. I had the first 2 rounds for for Umar. And then I had rounds 3 and 4 for Merab. And then round 5 I thought was very close. Why are you showboating in a 48-47 close victory? Why are you showboating, little bro? What is there to celebrate? It's a close win. You've scraped to a decision. What are we celebrating here? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so goofy. Even in round 3, why are you showboating? You're down 2 rounds. You're down 2 rounds. Why are you bragging? This is why I don't like Merab. Because he's acting like he's getting a dominant win. And people who are reacting to his showboating are eating it up. They're like, oh, look at him dominating and humiliating a Dagestani. Where is the dominance in this fight? The takedowns led to nothing dominant. We're just not used to seeing a Dagestani get taken down like that, okay? But the takedowns did not establish anything dominant. None of the strikes really hurt Umar. The only person with a cut on his head or his face or whatever was Merab. Umar broke his hand. We already knew he was going into the fight with some sort of injury, so it's not surprising. But he broke his hand in the first round. Merab did nothing dominant besides have more cardio than any active fighter on the UFC roster. That's all he did. Have an unnatural, inhuman level of cardio, which we've seen before. So why are we surprised? Like, all he did was out cardio Umar. He would shoot takedown, it get defended. Shoot a takedown, it gets defended. Shoot a takedown, it gets defended. And then, finally he got him down after 10 tries. Round of applause. If at first you don't take him down, try again. We got Einstein over here. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Isn't that an Einstein quote? Is that what does? I bet you Merab has that hung up on his wall somewhere. If at first you don't take him down, shoot again. That's all this man does, and he's bragging as if he has any skill. This is the crux of the point of why I hate Merab. He does not have any skill. His wrestling, it's not great. Okay? He's just a really strong guy, all right? He can't establish any dominant position. He can't get any submissions. He doesn't really have good, reversals or whatever on the ground or good scrambles. He's just a strong guy with insane cardio. That's about it. That's how he's winning fights. Having insane cardio. No real skill. No finishes. Just cardio. Shoot takedown after takedown after takedown, and then eventually get one. Is that good wrestling? If I'm throwing strike after strike after strike after strike, and then I finally connect, am I a good striker? Nah, bro, I'm just swinging wild. It's the same thing with Merab. He's just diving and diving and diving and diving. And he got him down for about 3 seconds, and now he's back up. And yeah, look at him, showboating. Yeah, guys, look at me, I'm showboating. What the frick are you doing? What are you doing? Round 5 was a close round, and Merab is finishing off the round by taking him down, running away, and showboating to the crowd like this. Literally the last 5 seconds of the round, Merab he's lost control of Umar. Umar's back to his feet, and he's backing up to the cage and showboating to the crowd. And Umar is obviously running after him because he wants to try and cement a victory in this last round. But Merab's running away. Some pussy shit to end your championship title fight by running away from your opponent. Trying to celebrate. Bullshit, alright? And now I think it's time for me to transition over and talk about the scoring of the fight. Now, I mentioned the first 2 rounds I gave for Umar, like most people. The 3rd and 4th round I gave to Merab, but I was a little bit swayed. I was swayed by the live stats they were showing in favor of Merab. They were showing that Merab was outstriking him in rounds 3, 4, and 5. The only round, believe it or not, where Merab outstruck Umar was, I believe, round 4. Maybe also round 1, but that doesn't really mean much because Umar rocked him really badly in that round. We saw Merab stumble a little bit in that round, if you guys remember. So the only round where he outstruck him and there was no kind of really visible big shots landing, okay, it was round 4. What I mean by visible big shots is like a shot that really rocked the other guy, at which point you don't really have to look at the numbers. You just look at the damage, and okay, one of the guys was rocked. He lost that round. But the only round where anyone got rocked was round 1, so push that to the side. Round 3, Umar actually outstruck him. I didn't know this. The live stats they were showing, it showed Merab winning. Even so, we can give round 3 to Merab because at the end of round 3, Umar looked, really tired. So you could say damage, what Merab did to him at the end of the round in terms of his gas tank. He depleted Umar's gas tank. He killed him. He looks exhausted. But that's round 3. That's done. You can't keep scoring that tiredness. I feel like the only reason people think Merab won all 3 of the last rounds, and not just 2 of the 3 last rounds, is because Umar was gassed. Umar was gassed in round 5, but I thought he was leaving it all in the cage and doing a good job at doing that. I thought he was leaving it all in the octagon and doing a good job at doing that. Now there's gonna be a little cut here. I'm gonna transition and I'm gonna put the stats on the screen so I can really show you what I mean by this. All right, so I got the stats here in front of me. All right, and let me open up the round by round stats. All right, and I have my camera on the side so I don't cover this stuff. So Merab in total outstruck him by a little bit, but obviously judges score fights per round, not just in total. So if we see the totals of everything per round, round 1, like I said, Merab did outstrike him, but that does not really matter when you consider the fact that Umar landed the more damaging strike in the round, which wobbled Merab. Round 2, Umar outstruck him by a little bit. And like most people, I gave round 2 to Umar. So these first 2 rounds, Umar. Very clear. Round 3, Umar outstruck him by a little bit. All right. Now I don't know if I'm going to rewatch this fight. I might rewatch this fight, but we can give round 3 to Merab. All right. Umar was saying he thought he won the first 3 rounds, and I thought that was kind of stupid. Like the first 3, are you sure not? 1, 2, and 5. That's what I thought would be a convincing argument. But now that I'm looking at it, 22 to 21. If we look at where is he landing the strikes in round 3? 17 head strikes to 14, and then I guess 2 body strikes for Umar, 3 leg strikes. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to watch back the fight and see how damaging these strikes are. But what I remember of round 3 is Umar being gassed and tired and not looking great against Merab. Okay. And I thought it was a pretty convincing 2-1 for Merab. So let's just give it like that. Okay, I had it 2-1 at the end of round 3. I'm not really going to try and change that just so I can glaze the Dagestani. This is how I felt watching the fight live. Round 4 is very easily Merab's. Umar did not really do much of anything in round 4. You can see here 36-21. You'll notice here takedowns. Merab is landing 1 here, 4 in round 4. Most of the work was done in round 4 in terms of takedowns. But he's really missing a lot of these. 4 of 9, 1 of 5, 0 of 3. You know what I'm saying? And Umar's not doing great either. 1 of 5, 1 of 3, 0 of 2, 0 of 4. 2 of 12 in round 5. Let's move on to round 5 now. So here we have it 2-2. Okay, I think I've said that. I've made that very obvious. Round 5 is where I thought Umar had an argument to win. And it makes more sense now that I'm reading these stats. The stats they were showing when I was watching it live was 16 significant strikes from Merab and 13 for Umar. And I was like, really? I thought Umar was outstriking him here. And it turns out I was right. They revised the stats. So Merab lands 14 significant strikes. We see the targets he's landing them on. I think that's kind of important personally. 12 head strikes for Umar. 5 body strikes. I saw he was landing good body kicks in that round. 1 leg strike. Whereas Merab has 10 head strikes, 2 body strikes, 2 leg strikes. I thought Umar did better in round 5. I'm just going to say it like it is. I thought Umar won round 5. Showboating aside, I thought he had an argument to win round 5. More significant strikes landed. Yes, he was tired, but he was tired before going into round 5. That shouldn't be scored. It's like if you're cut in round 4 and you're still bleeding going into round 5. Are we going to score that cut in round 5 then? Are we just going to perpetually score it? Like, oh, he's cut though. Yeah, Merab was cut in that fight, and I'm not going to use that as an argument why Umar should win every single round. Whatever round he got cut in, you can make an argument for that. And I think Merab got cut in like rounds 1 or 2. So, and those are already the rounds that we've given to Umar. If he got cut in round 3, then we're going to have to make a different argument. But it wasn't even a terrible cut. It wasn't a huge cut, so it shouldn't really sway too much. All right? The point I'm trying to make here is Umar being gassed cannot be scored perpetually throughout every single round where he's gassed. He was gassed in round 3. He's been gassed in round 4. And he was gassed before the start of round 5. Yes, he's still going to look gassed in round 5, but how is he going to perform? Is he going to perform like somebody who just wants to get out and he's getting his ass beat and he's not giving anything in return? Or is he performing like someone who's going to leave it all in the cage? Look at these stats here. Merab landed more total strikes, which means that he landed a few more strikes that had no damage to them. Let's just say it like it is, okay? All of Umar's strikes were significant. Total and significant are the same number. Nice little interesting fact. Anyways, 2 of 12 takedowns. 2 of 12, and we're going to praise him for that. That's what he was showboating at the end of round 5. He got Umar down once at the end of round 5. First takedown out of 12 attempts. And he was already backing up and doing this. What are you doing, bro? You've had 12 attempts in one round. Or I guess 10 attempts leading up to that. And then on his 11th try, he gets Umar on the ground for 1 second. Umar gets up immediately and he's showboating. This is why I hate the guy. Because he hasn't done anything impressive. 2 of 12 takedowns should not be rewarded with any praise. He shot 10 takedowns. And then on the 11th try, he got Umar down for like 2 seconds. And then on the 12th try, he got Umar down for a little bit longer. I know it says 53 seconds of control time. I refuse to believe this is all on the ground. I think some of this is on the ground, some of this is on the cage. I think that's generally how they score these fights. They give fighters time for cage control. So maybe Merab was getting some cage control time in there and they gave him that. But in terms of Umar being actually on the ground, I know what I saw. He was not on the ground for 53 seconds. Okay? So, what is he doing on the ground? Is he landing any ground strikes? Let's look at throughout this entire fight. 0 of 1. 1 of 1 in round 3. 0 of 0 in round 5. 0 of 1 in round 4. Merab is taking people down, landing no ground strikes. No ground strikes at all. 2 of 4 clinch strikes. So that's the clinch control time. He's getting 2 of 4 strikes there. 5 of 11 in round 4. 3 of 4 in round 3. Umar had 2 of 5. Not too different. Umar had 8 of 10 in round 2. Umar's doing a little bit more, it looks like, with the control time than Merab is. Merab is taking him down, doing nothing with it, getting outstruck on the feet, and then showboating. Please tell me what Merab did. Why am I stuttering? Hold on, don't clip that. Anywho, I'm just really dehydrated right now. I've been talking for a while. Tell me what Merab did in round 5. What did he do in round 5? Besides showboat, he's been outstruck, and I thought Umar was doing more damage on the feet, and then he takes him down twice in showboats, and then he's won the round? Are we not forgetting that damage trumps all here? I sound like I'm crazy now because everyone thinks that, oh, Umar got schooled. Umar was gassed out. Umar did not look good last night. But 18 of 14, how is he not winning this round? 18 of 14. How did he not get round 5? Can someone explain that to me? Watching it live, it said 16 for Merab, 13 for Umar, and I thought that's why he's going to lose. I was like, oh shit, really? Merab's not striking him? Where's that? I haven't seen that. Because he didn't. Those stats were revised and changed 18 and 14. Okay? And here, 22 to 21 for Umar. In round 3. The round where I thought there was a big shift and, oh, Merab is gassing him out here. Umar literally landed more. I'd have to rewatch round 3, but I don't even think I have to. Because round 5, Umar outstruck him. Why is this a hot take? Why is this a hot take? Why is this an unpopular opinion? Umar outstruck Merab. Merab didn't do anything with the takedowns in either round. Why is in round 3, I'm seeing more control time for Umar? More control time for Umar. So if we're going to judge based off control time like it seems they're doing in round 5, Umar outstruck him and had more control time in round 3. I'd have to rewatch round 3. I might do that right now, actually. But please explain to me why Merab should get round 5. Let's leave it with round 5 right now. I might actually take a pause right now and watch round 3. But please explain to me round 5 how that goes to Merab. I actually just genuinely don't see it. So I've just went back and watched both the 3rd round and the 5th round to really make sure I was making a good argument here. I will say round 3, Merab very kind of easily. Yes, the stats might say Umar outstruck Merab, but I didn't really see any damaging shots from Umar. I felt like Merab was landing the more powerful shots in round 3. I will say, though, I was right. I don't know if I mentioned this in the video, but there was that point where Merab was standing there and Umar couldn't take him down in round 3 and he was trying to flex to the crowd and he got taken down immediately before that. Bro, in that same sequence, Umar is grabbing him, pushing him to the cage, and Merab is literally grabbing the cage. Like, he hooks that shit full on, bro. And then after he lets go and Umar couldn't take him down while he's fucking holding, he's like, yeah, look at me, I can't be taken down. And then he literally gets taken down right after. And then he gets back up. But that's just a theme in this fight. People get taken down and they get right back up. You know what I'm saying? So round 3, I'll give it to Merab. But round 5, I thought Umar was landing the better shots. There was one combination Merab landed with like less than a minute to go, which kind of got Umar's attention. I wouldn't say he was rocked. He just kind of moved back a little bit. But if that swayed him the whole round, although he was outstruck, and I thought the strikes Umar was landing throughout the round were more impactful, and he was opening up the cut that was right here. They patched it up in between rounds, but Umar was opening it up with the strikes he was landing, if that means anything. If that one combination Merab landed won him that round, although he was outstruck, then whatever. It's not the worst decision in the world. I'm not calling this a brutal robbery, but I feel like Umar has an argument to win round 5. And the main takeaway from this is, if you just had a close Fifth round in a fight that was 2-2 going into that fifth round. But you're showboating at the end. He had one good combination after getting outstruck for the most of the round and getting all his takedowns defended. There was a point where he shot a takedown and got defended and he got thrown off and he went headfirst into the cage like the Georgian idiot he is. And then after he went headfirst into the cage, Umar landed a beautiful left hand right on the chin. Beautiful sequence there. I thought Umar was winning that round. There's that one combination he landed where it kind of got Umar's attention. I don't want to call him wobbled because he wasn't like visibly really hurt. He kind of just got pushed back a little bit. And then there was the two takedowns with which he really did nothing besides showboat to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good showman. Let him showboat. But it was a close fifth round and you're showboating. After landing one combination and getting one takedown after 10 attempts in that round, he's showboating. And that is precisely why I hate Merab. Because he just scrapes through a 48-47. Because this fight, if I want to give round 5 to Merab, then this is a 48-47 close win for Merab. Good shit for both fighters. Why are you showboating after landing one good combination and one takedown? Why are you showboating? Fight's not over yet, bro. He took down Umar the second time. Umar got up and Merab ran away. And then after the bell, I'm not even joking here. I'm not even trying to just listen. It sounds like I'm just pulling anything out to hate on Merab. But after the bell, he hits Umar. After running away, and Umar's like, whatever, he ran away. Fight's over. You know what I'm saying? There's like 3 seconds left, but he didn't. Umar should have thrown like a flying fucking knee and put the Georgian out. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck didn't you do that, Umar? Umar! Why didn't you do that shit, bro? Throw a flying jump kick right on this Georgian's face. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, bell rings. Jason Herzog comes in the way, and Umar hits him with like a little cheeky one after the bell. Good shit, Umar. Good shit, Merab. The hate has confused my brain. I'm mixing up these two fighters. They're both from the same freaking region. Trying to beef each other over regions as if they're not neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I think Umar, in my opinion, takes round 5 because the combination Merab landed was not super damaging. And Umar was landing really good body kicks and opening up the cut on the side of Merab's face. I thought he could take round 5. Listen, if you want to give it to Merab, I'm not that upset. Matter of fact, I'm not really trying to make a case for robbery here. I just want Merab to lose the belt. Even if Merab loses the belt by robbery, I will be happy. I just want that belt to be off of his shoulder, his waist, whatever. Get that belt out of here. He does not deserve it. He's the worst champion the UFC's ever seen. He's cringy. He's boring. I'm sick of him, right? So I'm more so mad that he got the decision either way. It doesn't matter if I think he should have won or not. I'm more so mad that he did win, okay? Regardless if it was a robbery deserved, I just don't want Merab to win. But I do genuinely believe round 5 is close. I don't think this fight was domination. I don't think it was a super clear 48-47. I think round 5 was close. I think round 3 was pretty close. They both went takedown for takedown. Showmanship aside and bragging aside that Merab was doing, I think Umar put on a good fight in rounds 3 and round 5. Round 4 was the only one that was pretty dominant for Merab, where Umar really has no argument of winning. But round 3 was close. Round 5 was very close for Umar, and he was landing very good strikes up until Merab landed one good combination, his like first good combination throughout the entire fight, or the entire round at least. And then he landed 2 takedowns after 10 attempts. If we're going to praise that shit, bro, I don't know. If we're going to praise that shit, then I'm fucking lost here, okay? So, like, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comment section below. You can think I'm a fucking idiot, you can shit on me, but this is genuinely my opinion. I think, Merab still sucks even after this performance, and I refuse to give him praise. If Merab has no haters left, it means I'm dead. And number 2, I think this fight was close, and I thought round 5 could have gone to Umar, alright? I'm not going to call it a robbery, because it's not a robbery, but I think round 5 could have gone to Umar, and I think the judge who scored at 49-46 does not know what he's talking about, because round 1 and 2 are the clearest Umar rounds ever. And if you're a Merab fan, you should be banned from watching the sport, and you should close your computer, close your television, stop watching the sport. It should be illegal to support Merab Dvalishvili in 2025. Illegal. Fined, put in jail. You can have a 25-year sentence, 1 year for every minute of a Merab fight, because that guy will never get a decision. All right, your sentence will be to watch all of Merab's fights, and luckily for you, they're all decisions. So there's no quick ones in there. All right, buddy? All of them decisions, besides like one. So that's your punishment. Sentenced to watch Merab's fights on repeat until he gets to finish. All right? Like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time.